This is exercise 6.2, fourth question. Okay. In the given figure, if PQ parallel ST, angle PQ are 110 degree, angle RST 130 degree, then we need to find angle QRS. Given that PQ parallel ST, angle PQR equal 110 degree, angle RST 130 degree, then we need to find angle QRS. Here one hint is given, draw a line parallel to ST through the point R. That is the hint given in the question. Okay, so here they given that PQ parallel ST. So we can extend that line, then easily we can identify the pair of angles. Okay, then R through R we need to draw a line XY which is parallel to ST. Okay, so that is the additional construction. So this is the additional construction. Extend the lines ST and PQ and draw XY, line XY such that XY parallel ST, or we can draw that as XY parallel PQ also. Anyway, PQ parallel ST parallel XY. By the theorem, lines which are parallel to the same line parallel to each other. Using that theorem, we can say ST parallel PQ parallel XY. Okay. Then here in the question it is given that this angle PQR is 110 degree, angle RST is 130 degree. Okay. Then we need to find angle QRS. Angle QRS. For finding this, we can mark this as 1 and this as 2. Then what will be this? Sum of 1, 2 and this QRS will be 180 degree. By linear pair axiom or straight angle. Anyway, we can write angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle QRS will be 180. So, angle QRS will be what? 180 minus angle 1 plus 2. So, here we need to find QRS. For that, we need to find angle 1 and angle 2. Okay. So, here angle QRS equal 180 minus angle 1 plus 2 by linear pair axiom. This is equation 1. Then consider the lines ST parallel XY and the transversal SR, because we need to find the value of angle 1 and angle 2. For finding QRS, which all values we want to get? We want to get angle 1 and angle 2. So in the figure, what is the relation between angle 1 and this 110? These two lines are parallel. This is the transversal. Then these two angles are co-interior angles. Yes, co-interior angles on. That means interior angles on the same side of the transversal. They should be supplementary. That we already studied in the theorem. So, angle 1 plus 110 equal 180. So, what will be angle 1? 180 minus 110. That is 70. Then now we want to consider the lines ST parallel XY. Then what is the relation between this 130 and angle 2? That is also co-interior angles. So, angle 2 plus 130 will be 180. So, angle 2 equal what? 180 minus 130, that is 50. So, now we got the values of angle 1 and 2. Then we can find measure of angle QRS. So, here angle QRS is 180 minus angle 1 plus angle 2 by linear pair axiom. Consider ST parallel XY. So, angle 2 plus 130 equal 180. Why it is? Co-interior angles theorem. By the co-interior angles theorem. Then angle 2 we got as 50 degree by transposing. Okay. Then ST parallel XY by construction, PQ parallel ST given. So, by the theorem, lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So, PQ parallel XY, ST parallel XY, PQ parallel ST, then XY and PQ are also be parallel. That means these three lines are parallel to each other. So, we can consider PQ and XY, that parallel lines, and the transversal QR. Then angle 1 plus 110 will be what? 180 degree. Same reason, co-interior angles theorem. Okay, then we get angle 1 equal 70 degree. Then we can substitute this in equation 1. What is equation 1? QRS equal 180 minus angle 1 plus angle 2. So 180 minus 50 plus 70. 180 minus 50 plus 70, that we need to do. 180 minus 50 plus 70 equal what? 180 minus 120, that is equal 60 degree. That is equal 60 degree. So angle QRS equal what? 60 degree. Now the next question is question number 6. Exercise 6.2, question number 6. In the given figure, PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. PQ and RS are two mirrors. Okay, these are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. And ray AB strikes the mirror. Incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B. Incident ray AB strikes PQ at B. This is the incident ray. Then the reflected ray moves along the path BC. Then what is the reflected ray? This is the reflected ray. This moves along the path BC. Clear? Okay. Then strikes the mirror RS at C. Then that will be strikes the mirror RS at C. Okay. Again reflects back along CD. Prove that AB parallel CD. So here in the question it is given that AB is the incident ray and this reflected ray moves along the path BC and again reflects back along CD. Okay, moves along BC and again reflect back along CD. Then this PQ, AB strikes PQ at B. Then BC strikes RS at C. This is also given in the question. Okay, so draw BM perpendicular PQ and CN perpendicular RS. That is the construction, additional construction. Without perpendiculars, we can't do this. Okay, so here what we need to draw perpendicular MB to PQ and NC to RS. To PQ, MB and to RS, NC. Okay, perpendicular we draw. In science, you already studied, in physics, you already studied that the reflection, law of reflection. Okay, law of reflection at B means angle 1 and angle 2 are equal. At C, angle 3 equal angle 4. That means when we draw the perpendicular, then this angle 1 and angle 2 are equal. Then same way 3 and 4 are equal. When we draw the perpendicular, then by the law of reflection at B, this 1 and 2 are equal. This 3 and 4 are equal. Okay. Then we can consider PQ parallel RS, that is given. BM parallel CN. Why it is BM parallel CN? Why they are parallel? Because these two are perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines should be parallel. Perpendicular lines means 90 degree, no. So they should be parallel. They can't meet at any point. So all the perpendicular lines are parallel. Because here it is to PQ and to RS. PQ and RS are parallel. That's why MB and NC are parallel. Okay. To the parallel lines. Perpendicular to the parallel lines. So they are parallel to each other. That is the reason. Okay. So now BC is the transversal and this we can consider BC as the transversal. Then what is the relation between 2 and 3? Angle 2 and angle 3. Okay, we consider BM parallel NC and BC as the transversal. This is the Z shape. Okay, so this 2 and this 3 are equal because alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. We consider BM and NC and the transversal BC. So this angle 2 and angle 3 are equal by the theorem alternate interior angles. Then twice of 2, that means when we add these two, 1 and 2 are same, no? So in the place of 1 also we can write 2. So angle 2 plus angle 2 become 2 angle 2. Then this 4 we can write as 3. So 3 plus 3 equal 2, 3. So angle 2 equal angle 3 means twice of angle 2 equal twice of angle 3. So here we can write twice of angle 2 equal twice of angle 3. Okay. Then twice of angle 2 means what? Angle 1 plus angle 2. So twice of angle 3 means what? Angle 3 plus angle 4. So what we will get? Angle 1 plus 2 means angle ABC. ABC and 3 plus 4 is BCD. So angle ABC equal angle BCD. Angle ABC equal angle BCD. So here the alternate interior angles are equal. So what we can say? AB parallel CD. So here the alternate interior, here we can't take the corresponding angles theorem. That's why we take alternate interior angles, converse of alternate interior angles theorem. That means this alternate interior angles are equal. So this lines AB and CD are parallel. So what we do here? Here AB is the reflected ray. Incident ray, AB is the incident ray. It reflects along the path BC and reflects again through the path CD. Okay. Then this AB at B on PQ and BC at C on RS. So here we need an additional construction, that is BM which is perpendicular to PQ and NC which is perpendicular to RS. So here PQ parallel RS it is given. So MB and NC are also parallel because to the parallel lines the perpendiculars are parallel. Okay, to the parallel lines the perpendiculars are also parallel. So we got that. After getting that, what we can say? This 1 and 2 are equal by the reflection law of reflection. We can say that these two angles should be equal. These two angles should be equal, bisected. So these two are equal, these two are equal. Now we consider BM parallel NC and BC as the transversal. Then angle 2 and angle 3 are equal. So twice of angle 2 and twice of angle 3 are equal. Twice of angle 2 means what? Angle 1 plus angle 2, because angle 1 and angle 2 are equal. So we can write that as twice of angle 2, 1 plus 2, and 3 plus 4 we can write as twice of angle 3. Anyway, they are equal. Then 1 plus 2 means angle ABC, 3 plus 4 means angle BCD. So here ABC equal BCD means alternate interior angles are equal. So by the converse of alternate interior angles theorem, we can say that the lines are parallel. That is AB parallel CD.